I'm going to tell you something very, very interesting. A number that you may not be familiar with. 400 million people in India still use feature phones. And the main reason, this has actually been now documented, the main reason that they're not switching to a smartphone, even the prices of smartphones have really dramatically gone down and performance has become really good in budget phones. The main reason that they're not switching is the build quality. Feature phones, small little screen, even if the phone kind of falls, it usually survives. But smartphones, feature phone users at least think they are very fragile, very delicate, will break. Well, Lava and Corning collaborated together and came up with the Lava Z1. This is a military grade phone, so absolutely tough as nails.
Remarkable that there are still more than 400 million feature phone users in India who are yet to shift to a smartphone. India is one of the last countries where such a large number of feature phone users exist, and one of the biggest factors is durability. The ability to withstand rigors of daily use is a big criteria for first-time potential smartphone buyers, as they find smartphones way more delicate than their robust little feature phones. After all, who wants to spend big bucks on their first smartphone only for it to break after a fall? Enter the Lava Z1, a phone made from the ground up to combat just that huge pain point for first-time smartphone buyers. And to achieve that, they collaborated with Corning Gorilla Glass and came up with the world first and affordably priced military-grade smartphone that is designed and built in India. The Lava Z1 not only packs all the features you could need in your phone, but also brings you the peace of mind that comes with Gorilla Glass protection. The Lava Z1 is completely designed in India and tested to MIL 810H specs. This phone is built like a tank.
So gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me. Lava will be the first mobile device manufacturer in India to sell around 5,000 rupee military grade smartphone featuring Corning Gorilla Glass 3. So how did this happen? Who came up with the idea? Who spoke to whom? Corning to Lava or the other way around?
The partnership on the new Z1 device was actually Lava's idea from the standpoint of getting manufacturing done in India and coming up with a phone that could really resonate with the internal market in India. Corning came in when Lava approached us for our help relative to the design. They had a design concept in mind, and they wanted to make sure that we could work with them on how to make the device more robust with our glass. So it ended up being very much a partnership, but the original idea was all Lava's.
Okay, that's fantastic. Now, why is this such an important breakthrough in feature for smartphones that most feature phone users will be transitioning to?
So we figured out that the topmost priority at the time of purchase for a phone is durability. And that's where we wanted to solve that particular problem, because when you move to a smartphone, your display size gets bigger, and therefore the most delicate part of the phone is the display. And that's where we thought we must find a solution to the problem, and so that there is enough confidence among consumers that when they use this phone, it won't break easily. So that's when we reached out to the Corning team, because there's no doubt in the fact that Corning is the toughest glass in the world. But what was important for us, that how do we make it much more durable at the design level itself, so that these consumers can get the experience, can get the durability that they seek from a device. And that's when we spoke to the Corning team. The two engineering teams worked together, and the output is that this is the device which we believe is one of the most durable phones in the world, so to say.
What Lava has done here is it's created a military-grade spec design. It's a US 810H military-grade spec. And with the 2D design, as well as how the glass is protected through the bezels, we do believe that people will come into this particular market with this phone with an immense amount of confidence.
Now, I have to ask you this question because, the thing that I'm very glad that it's there, but I'm really, really shocked and surprised that this wasn't done before. I mean, the technology was there, right? The right price and the will. Why was this not done before?
I think it's a combination of all of those factors, Rajiv. I think that Lava made a very good leap here, and it was their understanding of the feature phone and smartphone markets, as well as what was required for the transition for consumers in the particular geography. And therefore, they were able to bridge that gap very seamlessly and start speaking with us about what was required and what issues that they had. So that helped push this forward.
One more reason is because of our own capability that we have built in India in terms of setting up our own R&D center. So when you're dependent on external resources, so that you don't really get that full control on the experience of the phone. Now that the whole setup is with us, we are running the R&D center in India. So we are now confident that what we do for consumers will really be valuable for them.
Sunil, I want to ask you this question. Why did Lava think that Corning Gorilla Glass is important? Because, at these lower prices, is there brand awareness? I mean, do people who are moving from a feature phone to a smartphone understand what Corning Gorilla Glass is?
So I think the primary communication medium would be the retailers who these consumers trust the most, and the awareness among them is very high. And also we are also looking at various ways to reach out to consumers directly and communicate to them, be it at the store, be it at the online spaces, or any offline medium that we can use. So holistically, we are looking at making sure that the retailer is able to communicate the goodness of the phone to the consumers, and we are also able to directly reach to the consumers through various other means that we can deploy.
Dr. Jayman, I'm going to ask you this question. Corning Gorilla Glass now designed into more than 8 billion devices on more than 45 major brands. Why is Corning Gorilla Glass used by so many brands? Is this a push from consumers? Do they demand it?
We work with great partners like Lava. Corning has phenomenal relationships with customers. We tend to work extremely closely with our customers, working hand in hand with them to design devices. We also bring all of our modeling capabilities and our scientific knowledge to the floor in relationships and make sure that they have access to them.
Another question to you. So what exactly is Corning Gorilla Glass 3 military grade? Is this just like what normal Corning Gorilla Glass is? Is this a special enhancement?
Typically, Rajiv, glasses aren't military certified. It's the actual device design that gets certified through a series of tests that you have to do in order to make sure that it meets all of the military grade requirements. Gorilla Glass 3 is significantly more scratch resistant and more durable than Ceralime. The combination of that, as well as the design that we worked with Lava on, is what makes this phone a military grade phone.